Hi everyone, buongiorno. So this is the first of a series of videos that I'm going to make for you in order to go over, to have a class basically and go over a couple of important topics in chapter 4, which then is going to be our chapter for the fourth quiz, of course. So we're going to study together during these videos chapter 4. That's basically my goal, and at the same time I will also assign some exercises from this chapter and for you to complete, and also give you some examples of what type of exercise on that specific topic you are going to have on the quiz. In this way, according to my plan, we should be able to be prepared for the next quiz by the time we meet again next Monday. I'm not saying that we're going to have the quiz next Monday, of course, but what I'm saying is that maybe next Monday we should be able just to do a review and actually have the quiz on Wednesday. Let's see. Okay, we will decide this on Monday. Meanwhile, just follow these videos that I'm going to upload regularly, and then we will take it from there. Now, like I said, we are going to focus on chapter 4. Chapter 4 is about daily activities. I would say that the main topic of this chapter is daily activities. Indeed, the chapter is titled Giorno per Giorno, and connected to daily activities, there are a series of grammar elements, grammar topics that are actually, as you can imagine, daily activities that are actually very important in Italian. So the first thing that we're going to do is that we're going to look exactly at the percorso 1, le attività di tutti i giorni, dove c'è questa domanda, where is this question, cosa facciamo ogni giorno? Cosa facciamo ogni giorno? What do we do every day? And we have la mattina e la sera di Riccardo, the morning and the evening of Riccardo. And you can see that you have a series of activities that this character Riccardo does. Riccardo si sveglia, he wakes up, si alza, he gets up, si lava i denti, he brushes his teeth, si fa la doccia, he takes a shower, si fa la barba, he shaves, si veste, he gets dressed, si mette una camicia e i jeans, he puts on a shirt and jeans. Riccardo fa colazione con il padre e la sorella. He has breakfast with his dad and his sister. Riccardo si spoglia e si prepara per andare a letto. He gets undressed and gets ready to be, prepares himself to go to bed. And Riccardo si addormenta. Now, the thing that I want you to notice in particular in this section is that you can see that all of these activities, all of these verbs about these activities, sveglia, wake up, alza, get up, and so on, they are all preceded, notice, by si. And indeed, you will see that this is one of the topics that we are going to study in this chapter, in the sense that we have a specific type of verbs. I will tell you more about them in another video, but we have a specific type of verbs that are called reflexive verbs. Specific type of verbs that are called reflexive verbs. I want to write this information for you. So there is a specific kind of verbs that, in Italian, of course, in Italian, that are called reflexive verbs. Reflexive verbs. And these verbs are used mostly to talk about actions that happen to oneself. Now, this is a concept that I will have to explain probably more extensively, but basically in Italian, a series of actions like to wake up, right? To get dressed, to take a shower, right? Okay, so let's take as an example these three actions. In Italian, these three actions are performed as if you do them to yourself. And that's why we have this particular type of verbs that are called reflexive. So for example, in Italian, I don't say I wake up. We say, in Italian, I say I wake myself up. I dress myself and I shower myself. As weird as it sounds, this is how we convey these actions in Italian. And in order to give that idea of the myself or of the oneself in general, we use the reflexive pronoun. Indeed, these reflexive verbs are characterized by an infinitive form that is a little bit different from the infinitive form of the other verbs that we have studied so far. Like, for example, a reflexive verb is a little bit like this: svegliarsi, vestirsi, farsi la doccia. Farsi la doccia. As you can see, these verbs all end with this si that indicates that these are reflexive verbs. And these verbs in the conjugation are a little bit different than the other verbs. And we will study this conjugation as we move on in this chapter. For the moment, I'm just showing you what we are really concerned about in this section of the chapter. We are mostly concerned about knowing the meaning of these verbs. And indeed, as usual, if you go on page 108, pagina 108, chapter 4, capitolo 4, you will have a series of vocabulary terms, of a series of terms that are very important. And I want you to learn about these terms in order to, because we are going to have an exercise on the quiz that is going to be about this vocabulary section. In particular, as you can see, there is this exercise 4.1, che significa, on page 108, what does it mean, in which you have to match a specific expression with the numbers with the meaning of that expression. Of course, all these expressions are in this section here. So this is an exercise that I'm going to assign for you online.